Welcome to a Cosmic Crone conversation with me, Tina.
And me, Marie.
Hello.
From Northern Cyprus.
Yes, and it's
Yeah,
gorgeous lagoon.
we
Look,
exist.
because
Muriel.
we are talking about water spirits today, I thought I'd put a watery lagoon in the background.
Last week we did tree spirits, so if anybody wants to go back and we uh, we went and had a little time with the tree, didn't we? But we're not able to get to the water at the moment today, through circumstances of no vehicle. But there you go. So welcome everybody to a Cosmic Crone conversation. Yeah, it was Naiads and Undines, weren't it? That
Deans,
we
yeah. Yeah, when you're
yeah.
talking about actual the nature spirits and the water spirits of that element. This is going to be a four-part series. So we're starting today with water, and then we'll do earth, air, and fire another time. So with the water spirits, there's a lot of stories and legends about actual sort of ladies of the lake, which you're talking about, different water bodies with lakes and streams is fresh water, and then you've got obviously the ocean, salt water.
And I
Mostly,
found and I didn't realise this waterfalls as well.
yeah, true. Yeah. And water itself, the element
You've
of
got
water,
have you got anything in your Muriel? I said, have you got one in your Muriel?
got what,
A waterfall. Oh yeah. Sorry, I didn't see. There you go. So an excuse to see your
yeah,
picture again.
yeah. So
For those
using,
listening, yeah, Tina's got a lovely picture. You've got a lovely picture in the background.
yeah. Well, going back to water itself as an element and using water spirits in spells. You can go by a water source, ocean or lake, meditate, ask them for messages or, receiving guidance. And you can sit even inside the lake. And then always, if you're doing spell work, you're using the actual nature spirits like the naiads and the undines, and you will
Only if
ask for
it's
them.
safe. I said if it's safe to do so, going in the water.
Ah, if it's safe, yeah, obviously if it's safe, and that's the whole point of having these
If,
nature spirits, like I said, the Lady of the Lake. The most famous, well-known one is like the Merlin stories of the Arthurian, King Arthur with Excalibur. She comes out of the water with the sword. All my hand's gone funny. She comes out of the water, and everyone who knows like the Merlin stories know that story, the Lady of the Lake. But before that, there's plenty of folklore. There's a Welsh story about a certain lake which I can't pronounce, and there was a lady or a water spirit that came out, and she that fell in love with a man, and she married him, and then the conditions were that he wasn't allowed to slap her more than three times, and he did by accident over the years. And then she went back to the water, back to her own place, whatever. And yeah, cut a long story short. And there's other stories, and I think that the main thing is the theme is respecting the water and respecting nature, because that's what nature spirits do. They want to protect their surroundings. And obviously, people telling these stories to their children. There's the Swedish one, the knock, that she played. I mean, she said if it's a man or a woman, but they play a harp or a violin and lure you in with their music and then lure you into drown. And whether they're good or badish, I think they're really about protecting and respecting. And if you don't respect, then they're going to lure you in, all you naughty human. What have you done? And the stories I think that are told to children is to protect the children because water is dangerous and you can drown. So, that's why they all don't go near the water. There's a bad man there, and they are male or female in the stories. And I presume nature spirits, I mean, really, do they have a sex? We spoke about this with the tree ones, and you didn't feel. I felt mine was male energy because of it being obviously trees are male and female. Some don't produce, and you have to cross pollinate to produce baby trees or fruit. So I presume they're the same with the nature spirits of water, the water spirits. So going back to, she's frozen, but we'll leave her to it. Going back to the water spirits for meditating or using spells, then I would personally sit by a water source and in meditation ask for the water spirits' help. And the things that you can use them for is like in the tarot, the cup signs are water element. And you can see by, if you know the tarot, it's all about emotions and obviously flowing, emotions flowing and releasing blockages. It's also about psychic abilities, water, because when you think about water is a conduit, let's say. So there's that you can use for spells or for meditation if you're looking to release and obviously cleanse as well at the same time. And then I don't know where Marie's gone, but let's try again. Well, before we were rudely interrupted by space and satellites, I was talking about the water, the spells for water spirits, and how we would sit by a water source or in one if it's safe, and how the different aspects of water spirits, like emotions, like in the tarot with the cup cards, it's about psychic abilities, it's about releasing or releasing emotions, releasing stress, cleansing. So all those types of things, you can even do it in the bath. You can still ask water spirits to guide you. Just I'd be
But
aware
don't
of.
you think? But don't you think that people do some kind of ritual, some kind of meditation, whether you're a witch, you're into spirituality, because it's like a code, it's like a ritual. You put your candles on, you put your nice smellies in. Whoever is doing that, they're doing their thing, submerging themselves into something nice, smells around them, and all that. And I think in nature, you've got that as well.
And with that, you're actually giving water the gift because people do put rose petals in the bath and nice scents. And as a thank you at the end of a spell or a meditation, you would make an offering, which can be
Like
music.
flowers, yeah.
It can be, yeah,
Yeah.
petals, flowers,
Oh yeah,
plants.
stick your favourite tunes on. You know,
Yeah.
to get
I did
on
one before
nature,
where,
but I'm
I like the Little Mermaid, so I would sing the Little Mermaid because it's such a lovely song. And I've done a
yeah,
spell for someone, it was a colleague actually in London, and made a little boat with wishes on it, and sail the boat, let it go along the Thames, and ask the water spirits to take it and acknowledge it, and take it. It's like when you blow a is it dandelion, isn't it? You go and you make a wish. It's going out So you call it to the effer, didn't you? Effer. So it's
What's
the
that?
same thing. Yeah, you know, you put it into the water's taking it's flowing, it's going to wherever it's going into the
I
ocean.
think, don't you think that, well, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think like water holds vibrations of past, like the trees did when you're
Yeah, I mean, the
submerging yourself.
water apparently has a memory,
You
so
know,
it
maybe you're
must have
taking on some of those spiritual things.
it must have
Pardon?
intelligence. It must have intelligence if it has memory. Then there must be something in it.
Yeah,
It's alive. So, you know how water
yeah.
spirits take form? It's probably like it's like us. How we take form as a human, but we're all energy. So it's no different with different beings. We're all energy and we just all take
Water
different.
uses is energy, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. Water can power things,
Yeah.
can't it?
I was going to say, hello, Tractor. I was going to say, it only just occurred to me a few minutes ago. We actually call water a body of water.
Yeah, because there are
You know,
different.
over by that body of
Yeah,
water.
exactly.
You
You know, like a lake
know,
or an ocean or a stream or a pond, different bodies of water, same as us. We are the
yeah, I
same, but
actually never
we're
thought of
not.
that before.
Interesting. And obviously, with the moon, the connection with the moon and the tides is a good time to double up on a spell using the moon
Yeah.
and the tides of the water, using both at the same time to make, you know, a doubly powerful spell. That's a good
And
one to
that's
practice.
something people can do. Is get, when I say a vessel, I mean, you could even use a cup. It's I'll just go with the practical stuff, or your jug or whatever. And is it 3 days before a full moon or 3 days
Three,
after?
yeah,
I'm
I
not
think
sure. Please look
three,
that up. Can't
two.
cover it.
Yeah, when you say a spell,
You have to, so
it's
when that's been outside, bring it in. You can either do your spell or your whatever you're going to use it for, and you can also drink it to
yeah. Do you know
flush it.
also when I've done mantras, it's a good idea to have a glass of water or whatever water bottle when you're doing your mantras because it's like a recorder. It records that. It's a memory. So
Yes,
then later on you can drink it and you're still taking that in.
the undines. I've always thought those spirits. I've always thought that they're more, what would I say, romantic and tragic. The stories. That's something that elemental beings or
Yeah,
I just think that I resonate more with them than the naiads. There's a lot more. Did that really happen? It's like myths and legends and stuff like that. But it's to do with fertility and beauty. But there's with that, I always think there's a hidden danger with the naiad spirit. Just just
I
my
think
thoughts.
just that
But
they
the
are.
undines have more of a emotional depth and transformation. It's more about changing or rejuvenating.
I mean, they are part
Maybe
of the.
I'm
They're still part of that realm, aren't they? And they're protecting nature, and I don't blame them for wanting to harm humans because let's face it, we're destructive. We destroyed the ocean already. We're
polluting it.
destroying all the coral reefs by overfishing. I don't blame them for being having hate for humanity. So they're not
I
evil. I
don't
don't
know. I
think.
think hate might be a strong word. I think I would say they're more like haven't got time for us. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
probably
like
angry.
oh,
Yeah, I think there's just a
yeah.
few. You know, there's the few in the human race that do care about things, and we are growing and we are coming together. I think the planet is
Mm.
going through transformation, and we're realizing that these water bodies are intelligent. They hold an intelligence, and why can't that intelligence have, like you can take a cup of water out of the ocean and put it back. It becomes singular, then it becomes one again, doesn't it? So why can't those spirits be the
Yeah.
same as we do when we leave our bodies and we all become one energy again?
What do you feel when you're in the sea? I would say, I don't know if you've been in any lakes or rivers or ponds, but what do you feel when you get into water?
I
You
love
don't have
it.
to like be like
Yeah,
doing a spell or anything. Just
no.
how does it make you feel?
I feel vulnerable. I don't like going out of
No, I
my
mean,
depth. Yeah.
yeah.
But saying that, I've dreamt a lot of swimming under the ocean, like and breathing under the ocean. And when you do have dreams like that, it could be that water spirits are communicating with you, or you're going to their realm, aren't you, and communicating with
Yeah.
them.
Come and join us.
Yeah.
Come and join
And
us, you know.
you are doing a meditation by a lake or body of sea, then you can feel them when they're once you've asked, for guidance or for a message, you can feel maybe a change in the atmosphere, feel you're being watched, or you can open your eyes and actually see them like you do in the tree. Sometimes you see like a face or a figure, and it's not going to be a solid figure. It's going to be, like a transparent maybe that blends into nature itself,
Mm.
that blends into the water. And you may see ripples when there's no wind that could be
Right, I
them.
was going to say the vibration of something being there can cause, that ripple
Yeah,
around you. You can actually, do you know what it reminds me of a little bit? I know it sounds funny, but Roald Dahl used it uh, in in some shape or form. When in the film, you see her getting angry and the water like, sort of bubbles, and what I'm saying is you can put your mind to it. You can actually communicate with
yeah,
the water spirits. I
yeah,
have an absolute fascination for water, particularly the sea, the oceans. Absolutely just want to be by it, want to be on it. I'm not a lover of going underneath. I will. I do like it, but I like to be like sailing, feeling the wind and everything. But I'm so scared of going down, and I think that's to do with the past life that I had when
yeah.
it's
You
on
said, yeah,
one of our
as maybe a
podcasts
sailor, and
about
then
being regret.
yeah, there is a podcast that we did about
That's right.
regression,
Was a dog barking?
past life regression, and you can look that up. And talking about mermaids, sea spirit, the spirit, the water spirits of the ocean. That again, they want to lure sailors into their
Yeah.
deaths, and that happens a lot with the lake stories. They're luring people in, and I think it is to keep children when they tell the kids stories to keep them away from water because it's dangerous. You have to respect it.
That might be where some folklore came from. I'm not saying it's true or untrue. The fact that they've used, it's like it was Daphne. I've got this one. Daphne, she was seen as a dryad. She transformed into a laurel, through the water. That was another one. I think, and also, this one I was thinking of about listening to the waters within you, or listening. Remember your tears as well. Your tears, I think, hold such a lot of either joy or pain.
The human body, I think, is like mostly water. It's like something
Yeah,
like 80% water or something, isn't it? I'm not sure statistics, but yeah, we are, or
yeah.
liquid. Yeah. we're a high count of
Yeah.
liquid.
I haven't actually used tears in a spell or anything like that, but
No,
I know like there's been things about collecting tears. I'm sure there's folklore about an animal and collecting tears, or you can only, it's like magical.
mm.
There's a magical element to that.
With you as well, maybe they would sense any nature spirits.
Oh, and remember, when we're in our mother's womb, what are we surrounded by?
What I mean, yeah. Water and when you can give birth in water, can't you?
Yeah, yeah. I think it holds so much life, and I think it holds a lot of positivity. I think water spirits. I'll put that to one side, but water in general, in whatever body that is, it just gives me peace, and I just want to sit by it. It's not always about getting in it.
Mm.
It's about sitting by it and feeling that
Where we're at,
calm, even if it's going over rocks. And there's a
yeah,
place in Wales called
lovely.
Swallow Falls, and it's like a waterfall coming down and rocks and everything. But it was one of the most magnificent things when I was a child that I saw. And those sort of elements of fresh, I could smell the forest. I can still smell it now. Oh, and the other one for me, being practical, when you do the skimming,
Oh yeah.
yeah, you know what I mean? I perfected that. My dad helped me perfect that. But I used to think as I got older, not when I was a kid, which is funny, when I was older, that's how many wishes I could make that day. It's a bit,
Do you think they'd be
it's a
happy
bit,
about you skimming the water? Do you think it would be a positive thing for the nature, for the water spirits?
yeah, because I'm not skimming a petrol can or anything like that. I'm skimming
When you,
stone.
yeah, if you are giving gifts, obviously nothing toxic, nothing plastic, and a nice thing
Yeah,
to do.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. That could even be seen as a gift because it's a
Yeah,
stone. Gifts.
gifts as well as singing. I think a nice thing to do is to clean up, especially along the beach. You know, in the water, there's plastic. When we've been
Yeah.
like, Mediterranean is clean, but you do get in the winter
Oh,
season
some area. Yeah.
bags in the water and bottles and rubbish, and it's
Sometimes
nice. I
it brings it
thank
in.
you for cleaning it.
Yeah, there's groups out there here that clean it and brings it in, and I'm absolutely sure it's. I mean, you can have that back, love. Do you know what I mean?
It's the opposite of
Washing it
offering
back up, you can have some of that.
cleaning. When I've done
Yeah.
I've got my mermaid and dolphin oracle
Or you're going
card.
to do a card for the people listening and
Yeah, so
watching.
we will pick a card in a sec. I just want to say, like, I always take these to the
Oh,
beach, and I just feel that connection
that,
with them, when I'm by water. So shall we
yeah,
pick one?
you feel a strong, don't you? Do you remember when you thought you'd lost them?
I lost them for like, I don't
Was
know,
it those
2 years,
cards?
for a couple of years after my mum died because they
Yeah.
were mums. And then miraculously I found them. I did ask her and I found them clearing out boxes. So, accept. Now, this says accept heaven's help, but we don't always have to see heaven as a religious. The heavens, I call it, or the universe. So with this, you've prayed for
I
help.
see it as a nightclub in London.
You've prayed for help, so get out of the way and let heaven help you. And the picture is a mermaid reaching up to a load of birds, gulls there. And I can read the meaning in the
Well,
book.
you
Yeah.
could be reaching up to source, to the universe. to wherever you want
Yeah.
to go, planet blob blob. It doesn't matter, does it?
So you've asked, what
Where
should
you
I do
want to be.
next? This card responds, trust that your prayers have been heard and answered. Simply rest and retreat for now. After all, you prayed for divine intervention, so step aside and let the heavens, the universe intervene, as this is the help you asked for. You can assist the process initiated by your prayers through quiet contemplation. Ask to give you very clear, understandable guidance, letting you know if you need to take any action. In the meantime, enjoy knowing that your guides surround you and your situation with loving care. I would say again that, if you are praying and you are asking for guidance, thank them always. Offerings, like we've said, with water
So good,
spirits,
isn't it?
water spirits. I think that, beach cleaning is a great way to help.
Yeah, I think it does. It you have a sense of accomplishment that the place, the beach, the riverbanks, the canals. I'm in Birmingham. Do you know what I mean? I know that's an environmental thing, but you wouldn't dare. I have bonds in what's called gas, and I've walked there after a bit of bad time, and I've sat there and I've watched the barges go by. I used to go to Gas Street Basin when I used to go to work with my dad. Water seems to be very linked with times of the year, like when it's used for seasonal things, spring, I'm not sure about, on harvests, things like that. And you would offer the body of water with honey, milk, coins as well for prosperity. Maybe
Throwing,
that's why there's so many coins. Men,
throwing coins into wells, into water. You put
whoa, yes.
yeah, the water spirits to, you're offering the coin as a gift and then asking for your wish.
Yeah, in return, yeah. That's one thing we had, because we have spoke about things, and I've never thought of a wow.
People do spells without even knowing they're doing spells.
That's what. That's exactly what I was saying about a bath.
Yeah.
That people don't know. They're getting their altar ready. Do you know what I mean? By the taps,
Even
their candles.
you do feel refreshed when you get out of the shower, don't you? It's nice, clean feeling, isn't it?
A saying I used to say and had given to me was, "I'm just going to wash the day away."
Yeah.
In other words, go and have a shower. What's have you done any spells by a body of water?
Yeah, like I said, I did that spell for that girl that
Yeah, but you,
for me.
yeah.
I don't recall water as an
I
element
can,
or asking water spirits. No, I've mostly done like using all four elements, or I've done a lot with fire as a single element.
yeah. I can
The
say
burning
that, yeah.
is a good one because you are giving, like with the well, you are giving a gift, and you are, it's like blowing that dandelion thing, isn't it? It's going out into the air and
Well,
in
I did a renewal. Well, we're going to do a renewal of a spell. We did a jar spell some time ago, and I burnt it today with some olive leaves, didn't I? And I sent you the picture. Although
yeah,
that's fire, I
yeah,
know, but I'm just saying, like, I think you have. I'll just bring this up now. I think you have to refresh spells that you've done. I
yeah,
do.
I do,
Things
yeah,
change because
yeah,
what you put your first intention
yeah.
is different a few whenever the time scale is,
And
even a day
sometimes,
later.
yeah,
Different.
yeah, there's different stages to your wishes or your dreams, isn't there? and you may have
Yeah.
completed that stage and you're ready for the next one. So yeah, to renew it,
Well, yeah,
regenerate.
leading this to water, water's no, I would say water's always moving.
Exactly. I would not put water into a jar and leave it stagnant. I think it's to me it's like a spirit that needs to be free, like a wild animal. Sucking.
Or would you say that if you do that, sorry, Tay, if you do that, you only have it for a limited amount of time?
Yeah.
You get me? And then, like say your intention is blah blah,
Put
and
it back
then
where it came
and then
from.
you either put it
Mm,
in, or or you put it in the ground, particularly if it's a prosperity or anything like that. You might pour it into your garden.
yeah.
And I have known people who have done, which it's not my thing, but something to not a nice spell. I don't want to be bad, do anything bad, but and then they've done the water, they've put a note in it, they've done some other things which I ain't going to say, and then they threw it down the toilet,
Hmm.
flushed it away. Yeah, but I'm saying somebody did a spell and then
Yeah.
got rid of it. They didn't keep it. You know, I think what I'd like to talk about more is like the ones that we've already spoke about the more positive things. I feel I have a water hug when I go in the sea. It reminds me of
I love
Storm, one of my
it.
dogs, going in the sea. He just stands there, doesn't he? And he stands there still and just looks at you as if to say, "Oh, thank you."
Yeah.
Do you
I
know what
mean,
I mean?
I still respect the sea and I don't go out of my depth because I am worried. And people have been killed here, they've been sucked under into the caves,
Oh,
so
the one where we go over into that thing and you go
dive and
just
get sucked underneath.
literally,
It's dangerous,
yeah,
the ocean. It is, even
yeah.
lakes. Yeah, and I feel like with the Thames, it's where it's so dirty. He was talking about the trees were sad. I think like
Yeah.
the river naiads, they
Like the
must
canals, I would put that with the canals of Birmingham. Sad.
and
But I
think
used to sit there and contemplate life, but that's another thing.
if they're sick,
Don't you
if the river is sick, then surely they are sick
and don't you think there's a lot of bad things happened on the Thames?
because exactly, yeah, it's got a
Concrete overcoats, things like that.
lot of negative vibes in it, yeah. And the thing
Yeah,
is,
and
with the tree spirit, it dies when the tree dies. But if water's alive, does it die?
it goes into something else as well. It goes into land. It
Yeah. I mean,
it,
it does.
it replenishes.
Lakes dry up, don't they? And then they sometimes reappear. We've got one here where the flamingos come once a year in the summer. There's no water.
Oh yeah. In the
Winter,
middle of a concrete jungle, there's
it's
flamingos.
death and rebirth. There you go.
Yeah. And the
Yeah,
baptism area of life,
yeah,
cleansing your soul.
yeah.
The herbs, I was going to say, one of the herbs I've used in a body of water is mint, but I haven't used. There's also rosemary you can use, apparently. Lavender. I have put lavender in water in my home.
Rose water.
Rose water. Yeah. Sometimes put a note in it as well. And then that's when I've put it in the garden or something.
Spell for
But
things for flowing is write your spell or write your wishes on a little piece of paper and make it into one of those little paper boats and then let it go. And put maybe some rose
if
petals.
you're authenticated, you can use crystals with water. Oh, fantastic. You can use so much stuff. But I'm not getting bitten by ants here. But all sorts of people use the naiads and the undines, like druids, pagans, all sorts of witches, like green witches, water witches, hedge witches. That's right. I was just trying to look at hedge. That's it. and they use it all. I'm sure there's a lot more history, there's a lot more stuff, but it's our chat, as I always say. It's us crones having this moment.
Yeah,
Yeah, I said, is there anything else you want to say?
you're out of sync, but yeah, I think it's time we wrap it up because I think my battery's going. Our time is running out, and I'd like to say
Shut up
yes.
then. Thanks everyone for watching a Cosmic Crone conversation this week about water spirits. It's goodbye from me, Marie.
And it's goodbye from me, Tina.
Do whatever you can. Have a look more into spirits. Take care, everyone. Hope you can see us and listen to us next time. Bye.
Bye.